Rachel from Rebalance Yoga. Today we're going to do a beginners to intermediate Vinyasa Flow Yoga class. I'll give different options in different postures so that you can just work to your own ability and your own level of experience. If anything, at any time you're in pain or if anything's uncomfortable, then just come out of the posture and take a rest. If this is the first time trying Vinyasa Flow or trying any form of yoga, if you do have any medical condition, it's always best to speak to your doctor first, just to make sure that this is the right path for you and this is going to be suitable for your condition. Now the class is going to be made up in two sections. Firstly, warm up, then we go on to sun salutations, balance, hip opening sequence. So it's your choice. You can either do the full 1 hour class or you can just take it section by section. What I would always suggest is you always do the warm up first and then choose whichever sections you want to do. So let's get started. So sitting up tall, comfortable on the floor, whether that's cross-legged, legs out straight, just make sure you're comfortable. Shoulders are relaxed and take a big deep breath in and out. Now you can do this with eyes open or eyes closed. Just starting to settle the body and relax the breath. On your next inhale, slowly take the head back, lifting the chin. As you exhale, slowly lower the chin down towards the chest. As you inhale, take the head back, keeping the shoulders pressed down and relaxed. Exhale, bring the chin forwards. Slowly start to circle the head, big circles. Closing the eyes if you get dizzy. If there's any areas in the neck that you feel a little discomfort, then just hold the stretch, breathe through, and then continue on. So slow, gentle circles. And next time the chin comes to the chest, take a big deep breath in and out. And circle the head the opposite way. Nice, slow, steady circles. Keeping the arms relaxed and sitting up tall. And next time the chin's at the chest, big deep breath in and out. Slowly raise the head. And then reach the hands high. Reach into the fingertips, but draw the shoulder blades down the back. The right arm is going to circle backwards as the left arm circles forwards. Now if you find you start swimming forwards or backwards, that's fine. Just keep the arms moving. It's warming the shoulders. Keep reaching to the fingertips to keep the arms long and lengthen the spine. Keep your focus on your breath. Gentle inhale and exhale. Next time the hands are high to the ceiling, pause. And then left arm is going to circle backwards as the right arm circles forwards. So it's a little bit of brain training as well as warming the muscles, warming the shoulders. So keep circling, reaching to the fingertips. And gentle breaths. Next time the hands are high, pause at the top. Shoulder blades draw down the back and circle the wrists. So not just the fingertips, the whole wrist is going to circle. As you lower the arms down to shoulder height, keep the shoulder blades drawn down the back. And then hold the hands still. Clasp the hands, press the back of the hands forwards as you round the spine, bringing the chin towards the chest. And as you inhale, bring it back to the centre. Arms sweep round behind the back. Clasp the hands behind the back. Press the chest forwards and lift the eye gaze. So you're taking a gentle arch in the spine as you draw the hands back behind. Slowly bringing it back to the centre. Hands sweep forwards. Circle the wrists and take the hands high to the ceiling. Drawing the shoulder blades down the spine. Hold the hands still. Bring the hands slowly down to the knees and give the shoulders a gentle roll. And then roll over onto hands and knees. So checking that wrists are underneath the shoulders and knees are underneath the hips. The neck is in line with the spine and the eye gaze is straight down between the hands. As you inhale, press the tummy down, lift the tailbone, lift the eye gaze towards the ceiling. Creating a big arch in the spine. As you exhale, draw the tummy up, let the head hang and tuck the tailbone. Inhale, as you arch, lift the eye gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Bring it back to a flat back. Eye gaze between the hands. Right leg steps back, lifts to hip height. So make sure you're not arching in the spine. You want to draw the tummy up so the back is flat. And start to circle the leg. So slow, steady circles, reaching to the toes. So it's warming the hip, warming the leg. Keep the circles going nice and smooth. And then circle the opposite way. Again, keep reaching to the toes to keep the legs straight. Remember to hold the abs strong so the back stays strong. Then lower the right knee down. Left leg reaches long, lifts and starts to circle. Remember to keep breathing, don't hold your breath. And then circle the opposite way. Again, slow circles. Reach to the toes. Hold the abs strong and the back strong. Left knee lowers back down to the floor. Lift both feet away from the floor so you're resting on the knees. And then circle the ankles. Big circles. Trying to make the circle as big as you can. Then circle the opposite way. Lowering the toes down towards the floor. Big toes come together, knees come apart, and you draw the weight of the hips back over the heels into child's pose. Walking the hands forwards as you lower the chest and lower the forehead towards the floor. Taking a big deep breath in and out. So the further you can get your hips over towards the heels, the bigger the release and stretch on the back. Relaxing the shoulders, separating the fingers. And again, focus on your breath. Holding it nice and still here. And that's your warm-up completed. Take the eye gaze forwards, float upon the hands and knees, tuck the toes, and walk the feet to the hands. And then big deep bend in the legs. Inhale, slowly rise to the ceiling, palms come together. Exhale, hands come down in front of the heart. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, as you fold, empty the belly. As you bend the knees, fingertips come to the floor, let the head hang. As you inhale, halfway lift, scoop the belly, flatten the back. As you exhale, fold. and then step back into plank. So big step back. Wrists are under shoulders, fingers are separated. The abdominals are drawn up and strong. You're in a strong straight line. Knees come straight down to the floor, toes flat. Keeping the straight line from the hip to the shoulder and from the knee to the hip. Inner elbows turn forwards. As you bend the elbows, slowly lower to the floor. And then flow through into cobra, tucking the elbows in, eye gaze forwards. So all the strength is coming from the back. There's no weight in the hands. As you exhale, lower the chest to the floor, tuck the toes, lift the hips high to the ceiling, into downward facing dog. So feet are approximately hip distance apart, drawing the heels down towards the floor, lifting the kneecaps, lifting the tailbone, sinking the chest towards the floor, letting the head hang so there's no tension in the neck, and you roughly want your legs length between the feet and the hands. Remember, downward facing dog is your restorative pose, so use it to get your breath and settle the body. Eye gaze forwards. First round, just walk the feet to the hands. Big deep bend in the legs. Inhale, slowly rise. Reach the hands high. Exhale, hands come down in front of the heart. Inhale, hands high. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And step back into plank. So big step back. This time side plank to the right. You can do this on knees or toes. So the knee lowers, right hand sweeps high, shoulder is stacked directly over the wrist. Left hand is going to rise next. Turn over, left hand sweeps and lifts to the ceiling. Exhale as you lower the left hand down. Come back into plank, strong straight line, knees straight down to the floor, toes flat. Inner elbows forwards, bend the elbows, flow through into cobra, tucking the elbows in and eye gaze forwards. Exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes and lift into downward facing dog. Drawing the heels towards the floor. Remember, big deep breath in and out. Eye gaze forwards. This time you can either walk or jump the feet to the hands. Big deep bend in the legs. Gently place the feet. Inhale and rise. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, hands high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. So scoop the belly, flatten the back, lift the tailbone high. Exhale and fold. And step back into plank. This time side plank to the right, knees or toes. Hand reaches high. In side plank you can either scissor or stack the feet. Right hand lowers. Switch it over to the left. Slowly get the balance. Remember to lift the lower hip in your side plank. Left hand lowers. Back into plank. Knees come down, toes flat. Flow through into cobra. Tucking the elbows in, remember no weight in the hands. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Eye gaze forwards, bend the knees. The right foot is going to step through to the hands, big step through. Place the foot, help it along if it doesn't quite make it all the way. Get your balance. Inhale, slowly start to rise for warrior one. As you sink down, make sure you tuck the tailbone. Arms are drawn in strong, knees directly over the ankles, shoulder blades down. Remember to breathe. Exhale, sweep the arms round slowly, eye gaze to the toes, chest comes to the sides. Reach the hands back as far as you can. Inhale, slowly lift. Warrior one. Exhale, halfway, fold forwards, hold it here. If you want the intermediate posture, hands come down to the floor, back foot steps in and high to the ceiling. Into standing split, drawing the chest towards the thigh, forehead towards the shin. Big deep bend in the standing leg, back foot lowers towards the back of the mat. Inhale, slowly rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down and step back into plank. Strong straight line, wrists directly under shoulders, knees come down, toes flat. Lower and flow through into cobra. Eye gaze forwards as you lower, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Eye gaze forwards, left foot steps through to the hands. Inhale, slowly rise. Warrior one, tucking the tailbone as you sink back, legs as strong and as straight as you can make it. Exhale, sweep round, eye gaze to the toes. Inhale, slowly lift. Warrior one. Exhale, halfway, fold forwards, hold it here. Or intermediate, hands come down. Back foot steps in. High to the ceiling, standing splits. Try pointing the toe so it helps to keep the legs straight. And remember to breathe. Big deep bend in the standing leg, back foot comes down towards the back of the mat. Get your balance, inhale, slowly rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down, either side the front foot, back foot steps back, into plank, and flow through into cobra, so knees down, toes flat, bend the elbows, and sweep through, eye gaze forwards. Lower the chest, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, and take a breath. Eye gaze forwards, bend the knees, walk or jump the feet to the hands. Big deep bend, inhale and rise. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, hands high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back into plank. Knees come down, toes flat. Bend the elbows, flow through into cobra. Exhale as you lower the chest, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. This time, eye gaze forwards, bend the knees. Left foot comes through to the hands, big step through. Right toes are going to turn in line with the short edge of the mat. And then get your balance and windmill the arms up. So shoulders are over the hips. As you sink down in the front knee, knee stays over the ankle. Reach to the fingertips and turn the eye gaze down the middle finger, front hand into warrior two. Remember to breathe. As you exhale, extend your warrior, either forearm to thigh, or hand can come all the way to the floor. Top hand can stay high to the ceiling, or swept over by the face. Eye gaze can stay down to the floor, straight ahead, or your most challenging is turning the eye gaze and the head towards the ceiling. Reach to the fingertips. As you inhale, slowly lift, warrior two. Turn front palm to the ceiling. As you lift the hand high, back hand rests on the back leg. Take a gentle back bend into reverse warrior, relaxing the left shoulder. Inhale, slowly lift, warrior two. Lower the hands, Straighten the legs. Keep the feet in the same distance apart. Just turn the toes. So left toes short edge of the mat. Right toes point towards the back of your mat. Arms long. And sink down. Warrior two to the right. Relax the shoulders and turn the eye gaze. As you exhale, extend your warrior, forearm to thigh, or hand can come all the way to the floor. Just remember to keep breathing nice and gentle. As you inhale, slowly lift, warrior two. Turn the front palm, keep the eye gaze in the palm. As you lift it high, left hand comes towards the left leg, reverse warrior. Keep a bend in the front knee and the right shoulder relaxed. Inhale, slowly lift, warrior two. Lower the hands, straighten the legs, turn the toes, so the toes are facing forwards. Heels can gently turn out, or the feet can stay straight. Hands to the hips. And you're going to hinge from the hip to fold forwards, keeping the back flat. When you're ready, hands or fingertips come to the floor and just sink the chest a little bit further towards the floor. Taking a breath in and out, and just slowly start to shift the weight, heels to toes, relaxing the legs, and settle in the breath. Hold it still in the center. As you inhale, slowly come up onto the fingertips. Eye gaze forwards, just so you don't get dizzy. Lower the eye gaze to the floor. Either step or jump the feet together. Big deep bend in the legs. Inhale, slowly rise to the ceiling. Exhale, hands come down in front of the heart. And that's the end of your sun salutation section. We're going to slowly turn, ready for the hip opening section. So turn on the mat. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, hands high. Exhale and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time we're stepping back into downward facing dog. Step the feet back. Hips high, lower the heels, and take a breath. Eye gaze forwards, bend the knees, and right knee is going to come out to the outside of the right wrist, ready for pigeon. The back leg walks back towards the back of the mat, and the heel comes towards the opposite hip. So you may need to move this around slightly until you're in the best position for you, until you feel the stretch. Walking the fingertips in, relaxing the shoulders. And as you exhale, start to walk the hands forwards, leading with the chest. So the chest and the forehead is the last thing to come towards the floor. As you inhale, walk the hands in, lift the chest. Start to bend the back knee. Now you can either just hold here, keep pressing the hips towards the floor, or left hand comes round, reaches back towards the foot. If you can get the foot, take the foot. If not, trouser leg, and draw the foot in towards the sit bones, as close as you can bring it. Keeping the shoulders turned towards the front of your mat. And again, take slow, steady breaths, sinking down in the hips. If you want to come into the intermediate posture, your right hand slowly starts to lift away from the floor to try and hold the balance. As you exhale, hand lowers if it's lifted. Lower the toes towards the floor. Tuck the back toes, separate the fingertips, bend the elbows. And it's a big push and lift into downward facing dog. So slowly lift and step the right foot back. Draw the heels towards the floor and sink in the chest. And then eye gaze forwards, bend the knees, left knee comes behind the left wrist. Walk the back leg back. And walk the fingertips in to lift and lengthen the spine, but sink down, making sure that the hips are staying square to the floor. As you exhale, start to walk the hands forwards, lowering the chest and the forehead towards the floor. So every time you inhale, just slightly lift. As you exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper towards the floor. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands in to lift the chest, keeping the hips pressed towards the floor and the back knee bends. Hand reaches back towards the foot. If you can take the foot and draw it in close to the sit bones. So you're getting a really big stretch on the quadricep muscle on the right leg as you draw the heel in towards the sit bones. Again, for intermediate, arm reaches long and hold the balance. So you want to find a focus point of any balance to keep your eye gaze on, something still. It'll help you to settle the mind and hold the balance stronger. As you exhale, lower the hand. Lower the toes back towards the floor. And then big push, big lift, downward facing dog. Step the foot back. Drawing the heels towards the floor. Slowly float down on the hands and knees. And then come to seated. We're going to turn on the mat, taking the legs out as wide as you can. And sit up tall. So again, all of these stretches, you may first time get into a posture, but then have to move it around slightly until you feel the stretch. Reach the hands high. You want to keep the chest facing forwards. As you lift and lengthen, exhale, take a lean over to the left. Now the forearm can rest on the shin. It can rest in front or behind the leg. As the top arm reaches over towards the toes, and again, use your breath. Every time you inhale, slightly lift, exhale, and sweep over. Keeping the chest turned towards the front and the underarm up towards the ceiling. So you're getting a stretch on the right side. As you inhale, use your right arm to help you to lift. Inhale, lift and lengthen, shoulder blades down. Exhale, take a lean over to the right. Again, place the forearm wherever's best for you. And then reach the left hand over. Using your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And bring it over a little bit more. As you inhale, Use the left arm, help you to lift. Hands come down in front. Slowly start to walk the hands forwards. You want to hinge from the hips, keeping the chest lifted as you walk forwards. That way your back stays flat and you're getting a deeper stretch into the hips. So again, when you've gone as far as you can go, take a breath in. As you exhale, try and creep the fingertips just a tiny little bit further forward. And just keep this going with the breath. On your next inhale, slowly walk the hands in to lift the chest. Sitting up tall. Slowly slide the legs together. That's the end of your hip opening section. Coming on to your balance section. So, whenever we balance, make sure you place the foot down. So heel, ball of the foot, spread the toes wide, transfer the weight down into the leg, ground down into the floor. We're coming into tree posture, so the knee goes out wide. Toes either can be on the floor, on the calf, or high tree, where the foot comes in towards the inner thigh. Just make sure at no point is the foot pressing on the side of the knee. Hands come in front of the heart. And again, find a still point on the wall or floor to keep the eye gaze on. And gentle breaths. So you want to slightly squeeze the sole of the foot against the muscle, whether that's the inner thigh or the calf, which allows you to help with the balance. Slowly press the hands high towards the ceiling. Arms come out wide. And hold nice and still. Hands slowly lower. And lower the left leg. And again, step onto the left. So heel, ball of the foot, spread the toes wide, transfer the weight, ground down into the floor, as though it's roots going down through your mat, through the floor. Come into tree with the right. So again, either toes on the floor, onto the calf, or high tree with the foot into the inner thigh, and hands in front of the heart, and settle the breath. Slowly press the hands high. Take the arms out wide. Hold it nice and still. Lower the hands and lower the foot. Stepping onto the right. Coming into eagle. So we want a big deep bend in the standing leg. Left leg crosses as high as you can over the right thigh. So place the toes down just to get your balance to begin with. And you can step the toe in, hips are staying square. Either toe stays on the floor, it can lift up towards the ankle, or full eagle legs, that's where the leg wraps all the way around. And toes tucked in behind the back of the calf. Arms come out wide. Hold it nice and still. If you want full eagle, arms sweep forwards. Right arm crosses the left. Bend the elbows. Either back of the hands can stay together or the palms stay together, lifting the elbows in line with the shoulders. And again, Breathe nice and slowly. When you're ready, unwrap the arms, reach long. Unwrap the legs. Lower the hands. And change legs. Stepped onto the left. Big deep bend. The higher the cross of the leg, the easier it is to get the wrap. So again, just step the foot into wherever's best for you. Arms out wide. Hold it still. For full eagle, arms sweep forwards. Hold your balance. Left arm crosses right this time. Bend the elbows. Back of the hands or the palms come together. Lift the elbows in line with the shoulders so you'll feel a big stretch between the shoulder blades. And breathe. Keep squeezing the thighs tightly together to help hold your balance. Unwrap the arms. Unwrap the legs. And lower the hands. And that's your balance section all completed. Moving on to the back section. We're going to turn lengthways on the mat. Step towards the back of the mat. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, as you fold, bend the knees, let the head hang. Start to walk the hands forwards into down dog. So feet hip distance apart. Draw the hands and fingers apart and let the chest sink towards the floor. Float forwards on hands and knees. So again, just check that knees are underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders. And as you inhale, arch the spine. Lift the eye gaze and lift the tailbone. As you exhale, round the spine, let the head hang and tuck the tailbone. Inhale and arch, lift the eye gaze. Exhale and round. Bringing it back to a flat back. Right knee is going to lift from the floor, toe points to the ceiling. Right hand, bring the weight into the right hand as the left hand sweeps back. Reach back towards the foot. Press the tummy down so you get a big back bend. If you can get the foot, take hold of the foot and then press the foot into the hand as the eye gaze goes straight ahead. So you get a really big back bend, a big balance. You're opening the shoulder. Exhale as you lower the knee, left hand replaces to the floor, and then left knee lifts. Right hand this time comes round, reaches back. Press the tummy down to arch the spine, reach back for the foot. If you can take the foot, press the foot into the hand. Eye gaze straight ahead. Exhale and lower. Inhale, right knee lifts. Same again, weight in the right hand, left hand comes round, reach back towards the foot. Take the foot, press and lift. This time, release the foot. Take the leg long. Arm sweeps long in front. But you want to draw the tummy up so you've got a flat back and hips are square. Hold it nice and steady. Then bend the knee, arm sweeps round, arch the spine, take the foot, if you can get the foot, press and lift. Exhale as you lower the knee, lower the hand. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the eye gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Bring it back to a flat back. Left knee lifts, toe points towards the ceiling. Weight in the left hand, right hand comes round, reach back for the foot. Again, if you can't quite get the foot, just hold it here. Remember to breathe. Arm sweeps forward, leg sweeps back. This time tummy draws up. Hold the abdominals strong and the back is flat. Bend the knee, arm sweeps back, reach back for the foot. If you can take the foot, press the foot into the hand, bring it into a bigger back bend. Exhale, lower the knee, replace the hand. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the eye gaze and lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Inhale and arch. Exhale and round. Bringing it back to a flat back. Left hand is going to thread through between the right wrist, right knee and slide along the floor. So you can either rest on the forearm, the upper arm, all the way to the shoulder, keeping the bottom up high to the ceiling. And you can turn the eye gaze and the head towards the ceiling too. Just hold a twist. Slow, steady breaths. Unthread the left hand. Replace it down underneath the shoulder. Right hand threads through. And take a twist. Unthread the right hand. As you inhale, arch the spine, lift the eye gaze and lift the tailbone. Exhale and round. Bring it back to a flat back. And then just walk the hands back, sitting down onto the feet. And we're going to roll all the way over onto our backs. So, knees bend, hands can either take behind the legs or hands in front of the heart as we slowly roll towards the floor. Now once you're all the way to the floor, step the feet in, keeping the feet flat and toes pointing straight ahead. So make sure that the heels are in line with the feet and they're not sticking out to the sides or rolling in. Hands rest gently on the floor. We're going to come into bridge. So you can either do this with eyes open or eyes closed. Just picture the spine and it's on the mat. And you're slowly going to lift the spine away from the floor, one vertebra at a time. So start by lifting the hips. Slowly, one vertebra lifts away from the floor. And just lift as high as you can go. And then just hold it still. Keeping the chin tucked towards the chest. And listening to your inhale and exhale. Don't allow the knees to part and come out to the sides. Try and keep them in line. As you exhale, take it nice and slowly, rounding the spine. Again, one vertebra at a time, all the way back down to the floor, nice and slowly. When you're all the way down, take a breath in and out. And then on your next inhale, slowly start to lift again. So don't try and rush this. Take this nice and slow. This time when you're at the top of your bridge, we're going to hold it still. And then rock onto the right shoulder, tucking the left shoulder underneath. And then rest over onto the left shoulder, tuck the right shoulder underneath. You'll feel it lifts your bridge a little higher. If you can, clasp the hands and draw the hands down towards the mat, using your upper arms to press against to lift your bridge a little higher. Hold it nice and still.
Again, not holding the breath. Slowly unclasp the hands. Take the shoulders out. Nice and slowly exhale. Lower the spine back down towards the floor. When you're all the way down, take a breath in and out. On your next inhale, slowly start to peel the spine away again. Nice and gently lifting the hips. Lifting up towards the shoulders if your bridge goes that far. Rest on the right shoulder, tuck the left. Then rest on the left, tuck the right. Clasp the hands. Draw them down towards the floor and lift your bridge just that little bit higher. You can hold it nice and still, or for the intermediate poses, right leg lifts high to the ceiling, point the toes. Right leg lowers. Left leg lifts high. Left leg lowers and hold your bridge. Unhook the hands and the shoulders. Slowly, one vertebra at a time, we roll back towards the floor. When you're all the way to the floor, hug the knees to the chest and take a gentle rock side to side, round and round. And then replace the big toes onto the floor. Arms out wide into a T shape. And just gently rock the knees side to side, pivoting on the big toes. So it's massaging the lower back, but it's also releasing the muscles of the back as well, helping them to relax. So each time, just try and take the knees a little bit further side to side. Bring the knees back to the centre. Hook the knees to the chest. And then gently roll up to seated. And that's the end of your back bends section. We're going to move on to forward bends, stretching your hamstrings. So we want to be lengthways on the mat. Sit towards the back of the mat, just so you can get the legs out straight. Now importantly here, you want to be on the sit bones. So it's very unladylike, but get a hold of the flesh. Take the flesh out to the sides. So then you'll feel you sit differently. You're actually sitting on your sit bones. Backs up straight, feet are relaxed. Reach the hands high above the head. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Use your chest to lead the stretch. Bring the hands onto the legs when you're at full stretch. And then use your breath as you inhale, slightly lift. Exhale as you sink. Again, keep using your breath like this. So every time you exhale, you just sink down a little deeper. On your next exhale, hold the stretch as far as you can go, and then just breathe through it.
On your next inhale, slowly lift the chest. And step the right foot in. So the foot comes to the inner thigh. Knee out wide to the side. Doesn't matter how high or low this knee is. Reach the hands high. As you exhale, again, hinge from your hips. Lead with your chest as you fold forwards. Hands to the leg when you're at full stretch. Use your breath. Holding the left foot or leg with the left hand, right arm sweeps open and open your twist, open the chest, open the heart, reach to the fingertips. As you exhale, fold forwards, reaching towards the toes as you fold. As you inhale, slowly lift the chest and lift the right knee. The foot steps over the thigh, foot goes flat. Left arm hugs the leg in towards the chest. Take the tummy, draw the tummy round as you place the right hand down behind the spine. So it's like the back of a chair, it's supporting the back. As you inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Every time you inhale, lift. Exhale, twist just a little bit more. Slowly bring it back to the centre. Right leg goes long. Left foot steps into the inner thigh. Reach the hands high. Exhale as you fold forwards, reaching towards the toes, hands to the legs when you're at full stretch, and use your breath. Right hand stays on the leg, left arm sweeps open. Reach to the fingertips, relaxing the shoulder blades down the back. Opening the twist. As you exhale, fold forwards. Reach to the toes. And bring the forehead down towards the shin. As you inhale, lift the chest. Lift the left knee. Foot crosses over the thigh. Right arm hugs the knee in, take the tummy, draw the tummy across and around. Left hand places on the floor at the base of the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn and twist. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And the neck long. Slowly bring it back to the centre. Both legs go long to the floor. If the flesh has crept in, just take the flesh out of the way. Again, make sure you're on your sit bones. Lift and lengthen. Exhale as you fold. As you inhale, lift the chest. Slide the bottom forwards, bend in the knees.
Again, hold the back of the knees or hands in front of the heart as we lower down towards the floor. So use your abdominal muscles to help you lower. When you're all the way to the floor, step the toes in. Take the legs high to the ceiling. So you want to keep the lower back on the floor. Hands come to either inner thighs, inner calves or insteps. And you take the legs slowly out towards the side. Again, use your breath as you inhale, just soften and stretch slightly. Exhale, draw the toes down towards the floor. Keeping the lower back on the floor, the shoulders relaxed and the head relaxed. Again, breathe into the stretch. If you find it easier to close your eyes as you're doing these stretches, just gently close the eyes. And then soften the stretch, bringing the legs towards each other, but then bend the knees. Coming into happy baby. Hands come onto the insteps. Knees stay out wide, lower back on the floor. Drawing the knees down towards the underarms, the feet are flexed, and the heels are directly over the ankles. So as your feet try to press up to the ceiling, the hands are drawing the feet down towards the floor. You can either hold it still or gently rock side to side. And then hold it still in the centre. Keeping the left knee bent. Right leg is going to come out to the side, so you may have to change your hand grip slightly to take the leg out to the side. Make sure you don't roll over with the right leg. You still want to keep both hip bones on the floor. And again, breathe into the stretch. Slowly bring the right foot back in, bending the knee, hand comes on to the instep. This time left leg goes out wide. Change the hand grip if you need to change the hand grip as the toes come down towards the floor. Bringing the left knee back in, hand onto the instep into happy baby. Hold it nice and still. Bringing the feet together and the knees together. Take the knees so that they're over the top of the hips and shins are parallel with the ceiling. Arms come out wide into a T shape. Right leg crosses over the left. Taking the knees over towards the right side as you lift and turn the head to the left. Keep both shoulder blades on the floor as you come into the twist. And then just allow the body to settle into the twist, using your breath to help. Bringing the knees back to the centre. Eye gaze back towards the ceiling. Unwrap the legs. Left crosses right. Bring the knees over towards the left side as you lift and turn the head towards the right. Again, allow the body just to settle into the twist. Bringing the knees slowly back to the centre. Unwrap the legs. Bring the hands down by the sides. And step the feet down one at a time to the floor. So this is the end of your forward bends and hamstrings section. We're now just going to come into relaxation. So relaxation is more important that you're comfortable on the floor. So whether that's with knees bent or legs straight, or if you prefer to have seated relaxation, you do what feels best for you. If you may want to bring a blanket, place a blanket over you to stay warm. So if the legs are long to the floor, allow the feet to rest out gently to the sides. The thighs roll out and the tummy softens. Just make sure that you're even through hips, ribs and shoulders, and that the arms are resting gently on the floor. Palms are face up and fingers are gently curled. If the eyes aren't already closed, just gently close the eyes. And then just focus on the breath. So whether that's the rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale, or if you can hear the sound of the breath in your head, just keep your focus on that. And the whole time you're focusing on the breath, the rest of your body is starting to relax. When you're ready, just allow the breath to take its natural, soft, relaxing rhythm. Make sure you're relaxed behind the eyes. That you take any frown lines from the face. And the jaws soft. Make sure you're not clenching the teeth. Just allow the body to melt down into the floor. Allowing the mind to drift. As the body stays calm on the mat.
ready, we're just going to start to bring a little bit of focus back to the breath. So start to feel the rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale. Start to move fingers and toes. And then in your own time, step the feet in. And allow the body to rest over onto the right side. Taking the weight from the heart and allowing the body to settle. And when you're ready, slowly come up to your comfortable seated position. Sitting up tall. Keeping length and space in the spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Take a big deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, sweep the hands high above the head, bringing the palms together. As you exhale, lower the hands down in front of the heart center. Gently open the eyes. Namaste.